Poems for Pippa was originally revealed on March 3, 2022, on a Pipkin Pippa birthday stream. The creation was originally credited to Shy Robot, which was an alt account of Son of Sonnet, myself. It was made with the help of many capipalists who provided prompts for various poems. None of the following should be taken too seriously. The Disclaimer. Prompt by the Jaeger. I am a robot who is shy, so you may come to wonder why. Why I intend to give a gift, and through my motives gently sift. Perhaps I should be honest that I am a son of sonnet. I lack the funds with which to pay, but still I mean to celebrate this day. I asked capitalists to give me themes, and so they shared with me their favored memes. Some pieces brim with song and playful youth. At times they're sad, and other times uncouth. This gift for you was worked on quite a while, in hopes that poetry would make you smile. A robot's gift I hope you will accept, and keep its contents where your heart is kept.
The Rabbit and the Fox. Prompt by Tau Twist. This friendship that is beautiful to see is pink and purple and is hot and cold. These two together radiate with glee, a treasure more than silver, more than gold. Both play the jester and will toe the line, engaged in innovations of the game. While one has presentation more refined, the other is impossible to tame. A conflict twixt these two began the lore, a gathering of predator and prey. But what began as animals at war has changed to something special on this day. The rabbit brings some sake to the fox. They gather in this time to reminisce. The memories rewinding back the clocks. No time as pleasant to recall as this. How rare it is to see such loving friends, a destined partnership until the end.
Valentine's Day. When I see you, I blame it on vaccines, that suddenly my heart will skip a beat. My doubtful brain transforms, my soul made clean, and I submit to love and sweet defeat. From you I hear the words I long have yearned, the truth, the light, the meaning underneath, the honest essence which we used to learn. What thing is love? No simple acts between the quilted covers of united flesh, but life designed for all of it to share. When you are tired, seek me to refresh, and I will honor Valentine in care. There's no one else in all this land that I would rather hold my hand. The Rabbit Meets a Lamb. Prompt by Taroni. The lamb beheld a figure in her eye, what seemed to be a castle in the sky. To test if what she saw was truly there, she sent an arrow flying through the air. Who lived there but a rabbit of the spring? A fateful meeting worth remembering. The rabbit was on guard and led the lamb to answer questions in a tough exam. The lamb discovered cues that she could read, embarking on a quest to gather lead. The rabbit's questions needed honesty, provoking lamb to drop her modesty. She found a foe who twinkled in the veil, and used her words in order to prevail. Transformed by her exam, the two were friends, the lamb afraid no longer to offend. Realtor Rabbit. Prompt by Antoine. When I went out to buy a home with no idea what to do, I met a realtor, hair in pink, who said a change was overdue. If I had $1 million, then I would move into a shire, because the rabbit said to me that I had enough to retire. Some people are afraid to risk. They don't know where themselves to put. But all they need for confidence is in a lucky rabbit's foot.
Rabbits and MMOs. Prompt by Synchro. The devil's in the details of a Korean MMO. Like living in a fairy tale, because the rabbit told me so. It's just a palette swap, I'm told, a copy of another game. A rock that we pretend is gold is garbage by another name. Now, fairy stories are alike. They share their morals in their words. But if the telling we dislike, well, then the moral goes unheard. Now, entertainers are the same. Their masks are similar, it's true. But if you look beyond the name, then there is nothing quite like you. The devil's in the details of a Korean MMO, like living in a fairy tale, because the rabbit told me so.
Schizo Rabbit. I have a schizo rabbit. She's the weirdest that I know. She's got a quirky habit. At night she likes to glow. At first I thought that she is rude, a rabbit who has grown untamed. But now I know that she is cute when she attempts to play a game. She huffed up all my glue. She needs a sippy cup to drink. Her audio is in the loop, but somehow we're in sync. She's got me hooked, I can't protest. She's crazy as Chris Chan. But she's a sister to protect, and I'm glad to be a fan. Mochi on the moon. We're making mochi on the moon. The celebration's coming soon. Pee 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 pee, pa 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 pa. Our funny bunny's quite the loon. We'll have a party with our kin. A fun time works like medicine. Pee 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 pee, pa 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 pa. We want to see your silly grin. We're gonna have a lovely day, combining mochi and sorbet. Pee 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 pee, pa 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 pa. Can't wait to hear what you will say. A bit of sugar on a spoon inspires us to sing a tune. Pee 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 pee, pa 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 pa. Our celebration's on the moon.
Laughter. A Tenma poem. What will it be? Is it a joke? Is it a game? Ho ho, hee hee. Laughing at the sound of your name. Eager to play, the air is full of expectation. Waiting all day to dance alongside inspiration. The sky is full, and rain withholds the fox from fun. Caught in a lull, wanting the reveal of the sun. Take off your socks, and splash the puddles with your feet. Play with the fox, and make the most with friends you meet.
Rabbit. You're not suspicious as you may appear. We like to listen to you talk all day about the hurdles that you have to clear. You tell your stories in a special way and seem to be a humble little rabbit. You're sweet enough to give encouragement, pursuing betterment and healthy habit. You may get bonked at times by management, but chat appreciates the way you are. A cheerful laugh and pleasant attitude can be enough to launch a shooting star. This little gesture made of gratitude. Don't think too much, it's just a bunch of words, and poetry expects to go unheard. Capipalists. Aren't you happy they exist? There's nothing like capipalists. As much as they prefer to poke, they do know how to take a joke. Their votes provoke the danger of a ban, but none expect the rise of Kitty Man. They might be bullies with their memes, but eagerly await the streams. And why they watch a rabbit read? 'Cause fun with Pippa's guaranteed.
Doomer. I wake but cannot rise from bed. There's got to be another way. A heavy feeling in my head. It's gonna be that kind of day. My bird is dancing in his cage. He wants me to refill his feed. And though I don't want to engage, I will for someone else's need. Too soon to work, too hard to think. My tooth is sore, my mouth is dry. I tilt my head and take a drink, the grape juice finished with a sigh. My dog and I go for a run. The only thing that's on my mind is planning how I can be fun. Too soon the morning's left behind.
The stream was scheduled long ago. It should be simple just to play. But being me, I've come to know that trouble always finds a way. I'm just a dropout, but I'm tough and expert at this kind of role. I always have to be enough and play the part with all my soul. I don't want fans to say they're bored. I try not to request too much and only what they can afford. Sometimes they need a gentle touch. Each stream a time that never ends, like how nostalgic friends embrace. But how can people turn to friends when they are forced to hide the face? The chat requests I exercise, I ask them back to form good habits. Are we pretending to be wise? What wisdom comes from cartoon rabbits? The stream is done, it's time for bed. I hear the lullaby of sheep. The heavy feeling in my head will vanish when I go to sleep. Rabbit in the Garden. Prompt by Tau Twist. I went outside to answer nature's call. A bunny lass was grazing in the garden. One eye was big, the other was quite small. So carefully I asked her for her pardon. If she was lost, then that would be okay. But still, I said, this garden's not a bed. I saw her look at me like she would flay, and then she cried to me, "Are you a fed?" So when the stroke eyes mark a bunny's face, it is best that you believe that she'll give chase. Bismarck. Prompt by Zincro. The rabbit's playing in the bath, and Bismarck dominates the sea. Invokes a bloody aftermath, the water littered with debris. What would you be when you grow up? A battleship is what she said. I'll send the widow's envelopes and fill the ocean with the dead. To this my friends lack words to say. I try to ease them of their fear. Imagination is the way. I know that she's a pioneer.
Image. We have a public and a private face. We are the actions that we exercise. An image treasured, easy to disgrace, belied by how our form we merchandise. What will we sacrifice to meet an end? Are we the puppets or the puppeteer? Are we the ones our friends would recommend? How honest are the words we choose to hear? Our masks become ourselves, or they are lies. What form would we present beloved friends? Would we bestow the same to strangers' eyes? Considered are the messages we send. A face upon a public object set may be the thing in life that we regret.
Perfect temperature. Prompt by Zincro. Another morning's come and gone. It takes too long to wake me up. I waste a lot of precious time as I reheat my coffee cup. The heat escapes like it relents, as steam into the air will flee. Is there a place it wants to go, or is there something wrong with me? The coffee's only good so long, the perfect moment there to find. The sooner I can get to work, the less my time is on my mind. RV. The Ma and the Rabbit went to sea, the Pa who lived in an RV. What Rabbit heard at night, it gave her quite a fright, how Mama took the big pee-pee. Tangents. No telling what we will explore when tangents on her mind outpour. The rabbit is insane with demons in her brain, yet still it's she that we adore. Pippa Haiku. Prompt by the Jaeger. The men are waiting for the McDonald's bathroom, but Pippa won't leave. Sweeping. The mods are sweeping, they're sweeping away. They've got to wash the shit that people say. How edgy is the joke? They always go for broke. Capipolis will make them sweep all day. Commando Rabbit. In bed was laid a salmon-colored hare. Alarms went off, which gave her quite a scare. She grabbed her gun and went out back to spy. If there a foe, she'd get him in the eye. Alone, a stranger knocked upon the door. He's unaware that things might get hardcore. Inside a bush, he thought he saw a flash, the rabbit testing whether they should clash. The door was opened, out came Papakin. He sold the strangers packages of tin. He turned to Bunny, stood up tall to say, "Commando Rabbit's not a game to play." He took her back to bed and eased her fears. He pat her head and wiped away her tears. He told her once again to best behave, and sent her dreaming how she could be brave. The Cult of the Axolotl. Are you afraid of darkness or of night? Are you drowning sorrows in the bottle? Be unafraid, embrace the piercing light that shines within the golden axolotl. It is the salamander of the dawn, which lives within the holy underground. We shed the sins and pain of days bygone, and in our ears the axolotl sounds. We must recruit the people in their need, and guide the sinners to our righteous fight. To banish the apocalyptic sneed, we strive to share the axolotl's sight. The Pipkin Pledge of Allegiance.
This land that I behold, the glory of all time, a paradise for young and old, how boldly people climb. This land where freedoms are ingrained, each man an owner of his property. This land where Pipkin is contained, a beacon of our liberty. To those that question us, we'll ask, what do you mean? For in the light is boldly thus, we may be cringe, but we are free.
The Ballad of Electric Chords. Prompt by JL 710. I had a rabbit as a pet. She was the thing that I adored. Exuberant and mischievous, she'd get in trouble if ignored. I struggle with my heavy thoughts. I watch the TV when I'm bored. So mesmerized I would forget how rabbits chew electric cords. The funeral was full of pain. I prayed my heart out to the Lord. So overcome with grief and guilt, for his forgiveness I implored. The days would pass, and all alone, I looked beyond the starry sky. Despite the planets I could see, I wondered whether I should die. Then out of the darkness came a light, a flying saucer in the field. It dropped a rabbit at my feet. In human form it was concealed. "How dare you throw me out?" she said. "I hope you crash into the sun." She saw that I was watching her. I had no place where I could run. So now she lived inside my house. What other place could she afford? I find it kind of funny that she likes to chew electric cords. This marks the end of the original Poems for Pippa collection, made 3 years ago. It was the first fan project that I ever worked on, and I'm grateful to everyone that assisted. Thank you to the Capipolists, thank you for watching, and thank you to Pippa for being the muse for the project. Farewell.